Hi everyone. Do you find yourself difficult to speak English or you're probably going to start learning English from zero? And today's episode, I'm alone. I'm not with Fatma this episode. And I'm going to talk a little bit about a light topic, something that is really easy to listen probably. And it's all about my fluency journey, how I learned English from nothing, from zero to probably something just like you can see and you can hear right now. Well, guys, here in Indonesia, because I live in Southeast Asian countries, here in Indonesia, English is taught at school as a foreign language, not as a second language, right? So this is a little bit my story, how I learned English from nothing. So a long time ago, as I study uh, like normal kid, I went to school. I studied a lot of lessons at school. I went to Islamic Junior High School here in my country, and then it was the first time. It was my first encounter with English. My first impression learning this language is really frustrating because the way how this language is spoken is completely different from the way how it's written, right? And I didn't really see myself speaking this language in the future or even taking advantages from this language. No, I've never seen that. So I didn't really, see myself interested in English. But things happen very quickly, right? In the first year, second year, and third year, I'm not really interested in learning English during my junior high school year. But I had to study this, right? Or even I hated English very much. So, guys, if you hate something, don't hate something too much, right? Because you will never know. It might be something that you will love forever. Just like my fluency journey. So make sure to finish listening to my story until the end. As I graduated from junior high school, right, I expected that I would never learn English in my senior high school ever again. But unfortunately, in my first year of senior high school, I had to study. I say I had to because that is the curriculum, that is the system here. English should be taught at school. And then I had to study English for the second time in my life. It was really frustrating. Yeah, because I haven't found myself with like motivated or even wanted to speak, or I didn't say anything interesting with English. That's because I didn't know yet, right? Until today, I had an English teacher. She was very beautiful. My English teacher was really beautiful, and she's really smart. And what is it? She's really amazing. And finally, there's a kind of new hope that I would learn this language, right? Okay, my motivation a little bit, you know, yeah, it's higher than before to learn this to learn English. But unfortunately, she was really strict policeman. She was just really strict. The first week we studied English. She assigned us every student in the class an assignment to perform for the next meeting, and I was the one who could not perform the homework. Not because I didn't mean not to do, right? That's because I had completely no idea what to do with that homework. And the day before she talked to every student in the class, I told this in my early podcast, but not as complete as this story, right? So the day before, she assigned all of us to perform the homework, English homework, and there's a consequence for that. For any students who do not perform the homework, would be sent out of the classroom, which means that we were not allowed to join the class. And I was the one who went to the class, who entered the class with nothing. I was blank. I had no idea, and consequently, she got me out of the classroom. Can you believe that? I was sent out of the classroom just because I didn't do the homework. I think that's fair enough because she said this earlier. She said this before. And initially, she told everybody, she warned everybody, if you cannot perform the homework, you will be set out of the class for amount of time. And I was the one. And I was really angry at myself, right? I was angry at the situation, why this happened to me. And you might be asking, when something bad happened to you might be asking why this happened to you. And then I tried to find the answer with that in within myself. And there's like a new commitment. I was angry, and this anger leads me to something that changed forever. Change the person who I really am today, right? Speaking this language. I committed to myself. I I feel like I had to do whatever it takes to learn English, to study English. And I've been very fortunate to finally I take a course back there in Radiant English course. People know this as REC. It's located in Pamekasan, Madura, East Java. I studied there for a couple of weeks. I had seen myself progress, and the day I learned English for the first time from the very basics, right? I feel kind of because the system is good. The teaching system is really amazing. So it's kind of I feel interested in learning words, phrases, expressions, or even structure in English. And in short, in the second year of my senior high school, I finally could keep up with friends in the classroom, and my English teacher, she was really happy seeing myself. My English teacher who got me out of the classroom. But the story doesn't stop here, ladies and gentlemen. The story is that as I graduated from senior high school with not really bad actually, with not really bad English score, I went to university and studied English and took English education department. Because I had the basics before, so I learned gradually and improved my English for 4 years, right, at college in college. And yeah, I graduated with cum laude in my department. That's a short story. But something happened when I went to master program. I went to master program in English education department, still in the same department as I took in previously. But what's interesting here is that I saw someone who is very familiar to me. She was my English teacher. She wasn't a lecturer, but she was a student, the same in the same class. So we had like um, freshman gathering in the beginning of our semester, right? And I saw her, and I was shocked seeing her. Finally, we are in the same class. So my English teacher, who about 7 years ago got me out of the classroom, now she is in the same class with me in master program. I was really happy, and for me, there is no ex teacher. Forever, teacher is a teacher, and she's always a teacher for me. Because if it weren't for her, I would not be probably I would not be the person who I really am today, learning this language. So that is a short story how my language fluency. Um, what I'm gonna tell you in this episode is that we don't know what's gonna happen for the next 5 to 10 years from now. One of the most important thing is that to start doing things. If you believe in doing things, for example, just like me, I hated English very much. Finally turned out to be the one who loved English very much, right? From hate to love. So that's the life lesson that I took from my personal journey, and probably it's worth listening for everybody. If you're struggling learning language, if you're struggling learning English, don't give up. Don't surrender. I know it's really difficult, but as you achieve like you created small wins, for example, you feel satisfied with that. And when you feel this satisfaction, you will grow further and you will develop your English automatically because you're really in love with English. So that's the feeling of satisfaction. You respect yourself. You what is it? You don't give up on the things that might be difficult for you. In learning English, it can be learning your vocabulary, or even you struggle with pronunciation, or even you understand what people are saying in English, but you cannot make any response to that. That is normal. And yeah, that's my fluency journey. And even now, until right now, because I don't live in English speaking country, I live here in Indonesia. I should go along with with my dream to really be fluent in English, even not 100% like exactly like native speakers, but I know I could communicate, and I took a lot of advantages from learning English. So whatever the situation you're facing right now, don't give up, don't surrender. So that is our episode today. If you find this very useful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share or drop comments. Probably next episode we're going to be talking a lot about English. See you. Thank you, guys.